Hello my little Lunas, you can call me Lovegood, and I hope you enjoy this video. Here are just a few things before we get started. Today I'm presenting you with Ghostly Bonds by KittyKqt on AO3. Thank you so much KittyKqt for letting me podfic this if you ever somehow find this. Little Lunas, please go give your love to the author of this fic. The link to this fic will be in a pinned comment by me on this video, and any warnings to this fic will be in the description on this video. I apologise if my voice acting is bad, I'm trying to improve as much as I can. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to listen to me, but that's enough of my rambles and jambles, and let's get right into the fic. This is the rest of Chapter 4, Stay Gentle by Brandy Carly. Let's get right into the fic. He sighed, setting down the pencil. Just writing that had taken him until morning, and he was exhausted. As exhausted as a ghost could be, that was. His energy did have a limit, and it was hard to tell when he was reaching it until he was exhausted. The pencil rolled off the bed and he struggled to catch it, cursing when it hit the floor below. He could hear a commotion outside his room, and he sighed, leaning back. His mum came in whenever he moved anything, as if searching for him. He grabbed the notebook and threw it out onto the fire escape right as the handle opened and his mum stepped in. She scanned the room, picking up his dropped pencil and setting it on his desk with a sigh. "I keep expecting to open the door and find him smiling at me," she muttered, looking around. She seemed more at peace than she had when he left last night, which made him feel better. The detective stepped inside softly, nodding along. "It's common for people dealing with a loss." She sighed, letting him lead her back out and shut the door behind them. It was getting risky to be here, every misstep making his mum sad again. He didn't have anywhere else to go, though. He flopped back into the air, letting the wind push him around gently. He heard the front door close eventually, sitting back up. He shut his eyes and watched his mum's rope stay unmoving. The detective must have left then. He still had work to do, but it was mostly paperwork, so Izuku didn't bother following him even when he was bored. He opened his eyes and joined his mum out in the living room as she put on a music video channel. It was nice to see her back to her old self as she hummed quietly, wiping the already clean surfaces and fixing the couch. He settled in the air, letting the familiar sounds of his mother relax him as he just hovered around. It wasn't until he heard a knocking on the door that he startled. No longer sitting in the air, the sun had long since gone down, and he groaned, rubbing at his head. Time passed so fast when he wasn't paying attention now. The knock sounded again and he frowned, trying to figure out why his mum hadn't answered yet. She was always pretty fast about it. He floated outside as they knocked again, recognizing the detective. Mum always answered the door for him, so it was strange. Too strange. Izuku shot himself back into the apartment and to his mum's room as fast as he could. Maybe she just went to bed after fully cleaning the house. It was night now. He couldn't find her in her room, so he went to the bathroom instead. He reeled back, trying to take in the situation as fast as he could, mind racing. His mum was sitting in the bathtub, staring at the wall, a bottle of pills from work laying beside her. Empty. No, 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 no. She had been better. She had been smiling and cleaning. This wasn't right. He couldn't help her. He shot back across the apartment, watching as the detective went to walk away. He needed to get him inside. He needed to help Izuku's mum. He touched the man's wrist as fast as he could. Thankfully, he hadn't made a bond in the past month. "Help Inko now!" he screamed as his hand phased through. The detective froze, glancing around quickly and dropping his gun. He went to take a step forward before turning around and banging on the door. "Inko, please respond," he yelled, banging on the door again. "Yes, please." He juggled the doorknob, but Mum must have locked it when Izuku wasn't paying attention. He phased into the apartment. Hoping he had enough energy, he pushed all of his fingers into clicking the lock open. The detective barreled in, looking around frantically. "Inko?" he asked, gun raised. Izuku took a deep breath and shoved his weight against the bathroom door, managing to just slightly crack it open. The detective raced down the hall and into the bathroom, gasping. He put his gun in its holster, running to Mum's side, as Izuku could only watch. "Inko?" the detective said, tapping her cheek, but she didn't respond. He quickly called someone on his walkie-talkie, telling them to send an ambulance. Izuku couldn't help. He was useless, as he wiped tears from his eyes, trying to breathe normally. He couldn't help if he was crying. What could his quirk do? Pulling himself to her wouldn't help. Neither would copying her quirk or the detective's. He was useless. He hovered in front of his mum's blank expression and reached up to cup her face. He could try. He pushed all of his energy towards his fingertips, more than he'd ever used before, hoping for a miracle. He shut his eyes, entering his monochrome view and pushing more and more energy into his fingers, hovering above her skin. He could hear the detective shuffling around in their bathroom medicine cabinet as he concentrated on his mother. His vision became spotty and he gasped and struggled to stay floating. "Come on," he muttered, stumbling back as his mum gasped loudly, eyes fluttering. Izuku's vision faded as he tried to focus on his mum before a loud clattering sound caught his attention. The detective was staring through him, a bottle of medicine rolling discarded on the floor. At him. He was staring right at Izuku as his vision flickered in and out. He could see Izuku, smiling slightly, raising a hand to wave before falling. And that's the end of chapter 4. Yes, this is a tiny, tiny video, and I'm so sorry for that. Hopefully, chapter 5 will be out real soon. Well, I say real soon, it's going to be a few weeks, because I've got my exams very, very soon. And I've been revising like crazy and stressing the hell out about them. So, sorry that... But hopefully after around halfway through January, or my exams are from the 13th to the 17th, so like that weekend I'm going to try and set a schedule and I'm going to attempt to follow it. So, yeah. Anyway, here are the little author's notes. I love Inko, I really do, and no, this is not another All Might take Sparkle as a successor. Those are the author's notes from the end of that chapter. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to... Anyway, alrighty, my little learners, so that's the end of this one. Again, sorry it's short. So, my little learners, this is a reminder that you might have something you need to do or check. I hope you all have a loontastic time whenever and wherever you may be. Day, night, dusk, dawn, low tide, high tide, whatever it is for you. You can call me Lovegood, and that was Ghostly Bonds by KittyKqt on AO3. Again, the link to this fic will be in the pinned comment by me on this video. Bye, little learners.